G'day guys, Scott Wagstaff, General Manager here at Carbrook Golf Club. I've got Brett Thomson, our Course Superintendent, with me. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with the greens. The condition of the greens is not quite what we would expect, and it's not been that way for a little bit now. So there's lots of questions from members about what's happening, and rather than me try and explain it, I thought I'd grab the expert, and our Course Superintendent Brett will take you through what's actually happening at the moment.
Okay, thanks Scott for that introduction. So I'm well aware, like a lot of members out there have got some concerns over the quality of the greens and why they look like the way they are. So I'm just here to clarify what exactly is going wrong and the problem with the greens. So realistically, we had a mite infestation that had come in on the greens. Like, we've been battling mites for a number of years at this point, and it was probably just until recently, around Easter time, around the start of April, when we had all that rain and the course got flooded a few times. So to me, the mites just didn't have nowhere else to go. They've come in from out around the surrounds and they've hit the greens, because we just finished renovating at that time. So the greens are under a little bit of stress, and that's pretty much when mites like to come and attack. They attack the stressed areas of the grass and they get down. So most of you probably don't know too much about mites, what they are. They're a little microscopic organism. So underneath a leaf of a blade of grass, you can get at least 100 to 200 mites underneath there. And they pretty much, they suck the stem and get all the goodness out of it. And they form this little mutated form of the grass that leaves a little runner like this, as you can see. And it's like a little witch's broom that they cause like that. So that's the first indication that you got mites. So, but before you actually see the damage, like, they could be sitting there for 3 or 4 weeks, and you wouldn't really notice it, and then all of a sudden you start seeing these, and that's the first indication really that you can tell, because they're so small that you can't see them. They're like, like a little pest that's not really available to the eye, so you need a microscope to have a look at them. And that's like when we first started noticing it in about April, and from there, like, we got on a program and we started to try and spray the mites out. So we've been still on that program since April, still spraying. Like, we've had a test done, like the mite population is gone, but unfortunately for us, the damage has already been done, like in those first few weeks of the period where they've started attacking. So, and as we got into winter, like, we've got no recovery on the greens, and they don't grow much. As everyone knows, they go brown, they go fairly dormant at this stage. So once you've got no growth and no recovery, we're going to struggle to get anything out of them. And then that mite damage is just going to be exaggerated like this time of year. So I'm well aware, this time of year is normally the best time of year for us, for the golfers playing golf and putting on them and that. So really the plan is, moving forward, like, to try and get the green speed, the greens healthy. We're not worried about the green speed at this point. Like, my main concern is the turf and the condition of the turf, to get it as healthy as we can. So I understand people like playing on them this time of year for the speed, but unfortunately this year is going to be a slightly different year. So we've actually gone out with a granule fertilizer to try and bring the greens out of dormancy, get a bit of growth, try and grow that mites out of here. So it's going to be around for a little bit longer. Like, realistically, probably towards renovation time is the best time we're going to get to do it. So I know we got club championships up, and I know everyone loves putting on the greens, but just bear with us. Like, it's not something that really I've had to deal with over like this sort of population before. It's like just one of those areas that just we didn't see coming, and now we're just doing the best we can to try and rectify this. So hopefully, like, I understand everyone's grief, and like, trust me, I've had a lot of pain over it as well. Like, I constantly think about it. Like, even when I go to bed at night, I worry about it a little bit. Like, it's my top priority is, the greens in this course, and to try and get them. And I know that's the reputation of us, and it's my reputation as well. And I feel really bad for what has happened. I feel like I've let the club down and all the golfers out here, but trust me, I'm trying my best to try and get back to the standard we can get. Like, if we just get through these next couple of weeks, a couple of months, till we can sort of get a little bit of renovating and then scalp that out of here and top dress it and try and get them a little bit more even. Like, that's pretty my aim, my goal. So I appreciate, people understand this, and I just thought I'd try and explain to you what really happened. It was like an unseen sort of enemy that's attacked us, and for whatever reason they've attacked some greens worse than others. Like there's no real science behind that. It's just where they live. They live out in the ground, in the surrounds. I mean, like they come from there, they come from the rough, like they float in the air, the wind blows them, they come off their mowers, they get onto here, they come off people's feet, you walk them on all the time. So, we're well aware like where we're at now, and in the future we're going to do as best as we can to put these mites to rest and try and like maintain this surface that we're all used to out here at Carbrook. So yeah, once again, thanks for that, and yeah, I hope that like clarifies a few things. That's what I'd like to tell you for now. Thank you.